Hello, my homies. OneSmartCat doing some Spellslingers, and oh man, Liliana. I love Liliana. She's. Oh, I don't have my sound on right now. Sorry, I was grinding earlier, and I listen to music whenever I usually grind, so I turn off all the sound. Anyway, Liliana is in a great spot right now. Like, the stuff that she has going on, people have been messing with Re-animator and Liliana for like the last couple of weeks, and it's basically gotten to a point to where she is very strong. So there's I'm actually going to show you two separate decks today. There's this one that I have made up that's called Meta Liliana, which is basically a version of the deck that most people are using. There's like 3 or 4 different, in quotations, meta reanimated decks that you know, different people are using, but they all basically do the same thing. And then I have my version, which I'm named Sneaky Lich, because it does the Lich combo like the other ones, but I have a bit more stuff added to the deck. So first and foremost, we'll start off with this one. I'll do a overview of this one, play a game with it, and then come back and do an overview of my other one. So there's a couple of different versions of this Meta Liliana Re-animator, you know, Lich, Grimgrin stuff that's going on. Now, if you look at this deck list, you'll notice that there are not that many creatures in this deck list. I have 2 of the Flagellant, 1 of the Grimgrin, because you can only put 1 of them in the deck, and 2 Liches. That is all the creatures that are in this deck. The reason for that is because whenever you do something like Corpse Conveyor, it mills the top creature of your deck, not the top card, the top creature. So whenever I use this, it's 100% gonna throw away either a Cruel, a Lich, or a Grimgrin. The thing that we wanted to throw away is a Lich. It could throw away the Grimgrin too. I mean, either one of them is good, honestly. But I've summoned this Lich on turn 4, and it's like game over. All the cards that are in here are to bring stuff back from the graveyard. So this will bring back, if you throw away your Lich, this will bring back your Lich. If you throw away the Grimgrin, it'll bring back the Grimgrin, so on and so forth. Everything else is either to draw in order to get your Corpse Conveyor, or to get rid of your opponent's cards. So we have Drain, the Negate, I'll tell you what the Negate is for a minute, but we have Drain, 2 copies of Ejected, 2 copies of Flagrant, Flagrant, 2 copies of Infest, a bunch of removal and different things like that. So you get your Lich out, it attacks and immediately takes away half of the opponent's life points. You attack again and it's gonna take half of the life points again, and if you have the Invisibility Cloak on it, then you just get to hit them and it's game over. The Invisibility Cloak is good because it gives it a sneak and it gives it ward, which means that they can't blow them up, you know, using spell cards. That's also why Negate is here. Negate is here in case we don't have the Invisibility Cloak. Why do I only have 1 of these? I should put another one of these in here. I'll worry about that later. No, you know what? I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna take out 1 of these Negates and put in an Invisibility Cloak. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. Fucking spur of the moment decisions. Sometimes that's the way deck building works.
I'm here.
So, but the Negate's also there for that particular reason. In order to, whenever you have the Lich out, in order to make it so that if they put a spell or a trap or anything, it doesn't they're not able to destroy the Lich, because the Lich will kill. And yeah, everything else here is like, if you get the Grimgrin or the Lich in your hand, this will throw it in the graveyard. It's all circled around putting Grimgrin, putting Lich in the graveyard as quickly as possible, and then bringing it out of the graveyard as quickly as possible. That being said, why do I have this? The reason we have this is because it has Trample and it has Relentless, so it'll keep coming back and it'll keep getting stronger. And with the Trample, if we're not able to do, you know, Grimgrin or Soul Lich, we'll just run over whatever's in front of us and do direct damage anyway. That's why that's in there as well. And let's see how well this version does when we're recording. It was doing great whenever I wasn't recording. Let's see how it does right now. Yeah, Liliana's my girl. I love her. She's amazing. And holy fuck is she strong right now. Which is good and bad, because, you know, it's nice having Liliana in a good position, and especially whenever she's doing a kind of deck that's like Re-animator, because that's like 100% just on brand with Liliana. But ooh-wee, I don't know. I think they may be nerfing they may be nerfing her Re-animator stuff. So we're just gonna wait, go on the next turn, and on our third turn we'll be putting out the Corpse Conveyor. So when we put out the Corpse Conveyor, we'll use it, and whatever it throws away, hopefully the Lich, we'll be able to summon it next turn. So this is out. It throws away our Flagellant. We would have preferred the Lich or the Grimgrin, but the Flagellant is also a very strong card. And the thing is, at the start of our next turn, we'll be able to do this again anyway. So we might still get the Lich next turn, which would be a turn 3 Lich, which would be insane. Let's see what we get. Ah, come on, double Flagellant, really? Okay, well, we don't get our turn 3 Lich, but it is possible to get the turn 3 Lich. It's okay, we have a 6/7 Flagellant. That's fine for right now. Depending on what we draw on our next turn, we'll probably do Infest and then swing. Let's go ahead and give him... we'll buff whatever's in his hand. Oh no, I don't want to... That didn't hit me. My bad. Since he put that out on the field, instead of Infest, we'll just blow this up, and then we'll swing with our Flagellant. So the good thing about this coming back from the graveyard is the debut usually does 5 damage to itself. When it comes back from the graveyard though, the debut doesn't happen. So that's why he was still a 6/7. Which is one of the benefits of bringing him from the graveyard, because he doesn't get that -5 to him. Let's do a little bit of divination. Let's see if we can find... Ooh, there's another Corpse Conveyor. Very nice. The only thing in our graveyard right now is zombies, like regular zombies, so there's no point in using that. We'll just go ahead and swing again. We still can't look at our graveyard, because that's just a thing that you can't do in this game, which is one of my gripes at the moment. You should be able to look in your graveyard. You should be able to look in your opponent's graveyard. But I'm sure that will happen eventually. Hopefully it will happen eventually. And if we would have gotten, you can get the Lich on turn 3. Like if we would have got him on turn 3, that would have, this game would be over already.
Are connected. Death is a part of life.
Let's see. Well, now it's definitely going to be the Grimgrin or the Lich. There's our Lich. Let's go ahead and bring him out. Hello, Mr. Lich. So now that we have him and we have Invisibility Cloak, this game is pretty much over in the next 2 turns. In my next 2 turns. And there's nothing he can do about it unless he kills the Lich right now. Ooh, which he does. The Lich does come back though, because of Relentless. So we'll attack with everything. He won't be able to. He won't be able to kill the Lich. So let's go ahead and attack with everything. Oh, I mean that's game already, isn't it? 6, 7, 8. Oh, there you go. That's already game. It would have been game next turn anyway, because I would have. I mean, either way, it would have been game next turn. I would have put the Invisibility Cloak on him, and anything short of a board wipe wouldn't work on him. You know, any sort of directed spell doesn't work whenever they're warded. So that is the version of the meta Liliana that, not that I'm really actively using, but that's the one that I have like made and altered compared to what else is going on with her, and it's fucking strong. Like it's really strong, and it's a little bit weird, you know, having a deck that only has 5 creatures in it, but the whole purpose is to get those 5 creatures into the graveyard as quick as possible. And whenever you're using something like Corpse Conveyor, which is going to get rid of a creature from your deck, the least amount of creatures that you have, obviously the specific creature that you want in the graveyard is going to go into the graveyard. So that's what you want as low as possible. And, you know, the fact that it drew this out a couple of times early, I actually like that it did that, because it shows you why I do actually have this in the deck. It comes out very strong. It has Trample, it has Relentless. It's just something that the opponent has to deal with. The Lich isn't unbeatable, so having, you know, some sort of backup plan is helpful. Now, let me show you my complete version of the Re-animator sneaky Lich thing. So we do still have all the stuff for the sneaky Lich. Like, we do still have Invisibility Cloak and all that stuff in order to get the 2-turn kill. But I only have 1 Lich in this one. Do I want to take something out real quick? I mean, I'm actively messing with my decks like all the time. I am gonna edit this one real fast. Double edit. I'm gonna take out one of these baboons. Put in the Lich. Okay, we have 2 Liches in this one now too. Okay. So, the things that are different in this version that I use is I obviously have a lot more creatures in it. I have a whole lot more zombies and stuff in here. That's for 2 reasons. It's because I actually want to engage with the opponent. Like, I want to put out creatures and I want to fight. That's fun for me. So that's what I want to do. So like, I have a bunch of the other zombies and like all that other stuff, the Champion Perished, all the other good things. And I also have a Fear the Grave. I only have 1 Fear the Grave in here. So this isn't like a win mechanic or anything. It's just more fun. It's just, you know, I like doing fun things. So we have a bunch of zombies that die, and we use Fear the Grave, get rid of 10 of their cards just for the hell of it. Besides that, it still goes after the Lich, it still goes after Grimgrin. You know, we have all the Fearsome returns and like all that other good stuff. The Stitch Drake, in case that we get the Lich or the Grimgrin in our hand, throw it in the graveyard. So this is the version that I actively play with. It doesn't have, I mean, like, let me go back to it real fast. Like, I'll be completely, like, straight up honest with you. It doesn't have the same win rate as this one. Like, I think I've used this deck 6 or 7 times, and I've lost once with it. So, I mean, if you have the cards to make that one, make that one. But this is just the one that I enjoy playing more. Just because I like the interactivity of, you know, actually playing the match. So let's see how this one works. And there's nothing wrong with either one. Like, honestly, I actually like that other deck. Getting a Lich out on 3rd turn is... It's like a power drive. It's like it feels really good to get that Lich out on third turn, and then your opponent like either loses in 2 turns or they just outright quit. We'll keep all these. Obviously, put the Lich back. Yeah, so either one of those decks, this one or the other one, they're both fun in their own rights. I just like this one because it has more interactivity. The other one is you just stay alive and destroy their creatures until you get a Lich on the field, or until you throw a Lich in the graveyard, basically. See what we're working with. Random creature gets ward. We didn't take that block because we're gonna power him up. We're not gonna attack either because we're gonna power him up some more. I don't want him to trade. Green does have cards to make us trade, but we'll see what he does. We will block one of these with this. We'll let the other one through. That coming back did power this up, but I want to power him up even more. Let's do this one. What do we throw away? No zombies. Alright, we know he doesn't have any spells in his hand. That's good. Yeah, I'm happy that Liliana is really strong right now. We'll see what happens. Is this? I mean, there's a couple of decks that are really strong right now. Like Liliana is very strong. Oh, that's warded. That's why I can't blow it up. Liliana is strong right now. Teferi's been strong. There's a lot of different things that are happening, which is good. That's a good thing. I will 100% take a clear board state over keeping, you know, a strong creature, a 7/2 creature. I'll take a clean board state. I'm actually going to blow that up next turn, but I just took the hit. That way I can do 10 damage. Hey, look, there's a Lich. So we can actually see if we could throw that away. Like, if I put this down, and then put this down, it will throw him away. Let's actually do that. Just for funsies. I was gonna blow him up and then hit him for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But we'll throw this away just for funsies. Let's see if we can get something to bring him back. I mean, this game could be almost over with if I would have just blown him up, but what's the fun in that?
I am but a herald. Destroy!
Ouch! You blew up my flyer. How many we got in the graveyard? We got 5 in the graveyard. Can either of these get any stronger on their own? We're gonna blow this one up. Boop. From that interaction, the game would have been over because he would have only had like 4 life points left after the last one. So we'll see if my hubris is gonna make us lose this game. My hubris. And this is the issue with having so many creatures. If it was the other deck, then the Lich would be here. But it's fine. Go ahead and attack with this. Let him kill it with that. That'll give us 7 cards in our Fear the Grave. I don't need this to be at full. I just use it for fun. So let's just throw away some of his cards. Ooh, we actually threw away his class card. So now we don't have to worry about his class card anymore. That's awesome. So his skill card is null and void. He has a good board state. Maybe we should have won the game early. Yeah. That was actually a bad move. I shouldn't have swung. I should have used them both for defense. I go now. If he has any cards to get rid of this one, then that's probably going to be game. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, that's game. Oh well. We could have won that game earlier. Me and my fucking aroundness made us lose it, but I'm not mad.
I'm here. You're welcome.
Those are the 2 decks. Like I said, this is the one I use just for fun and, you know, to have a lot more board interaction and put out zombies and to use Fear the Grave. It's just for funsies. This one is... You can actively climb with this one. I'll put them both. Maybe I'll just put this one in. I think have I ever... Have I put this one in yet? I don't remember. I'll just put this one in. This is the one that is gonna help you climb if you want to climb. You have to get a little bit used to using it. Like I said, it is a deck that only has 5 creatures in it, but there's a reason for that, and it pretty much, you throw away your stuff as quickly as possible and then you bring it back as quickly as possible. Once you figure out how to get that to work relatively well, it's a scary deck. It's a very, very, very scary deck. But that's gonna be it for today. Hopefully I will see you in another one of my videos. Wee.